Clan is the strongest clan of the three big clans, but unlike the Zenin and Kamo clans, fans don't know that much about the Gojo clan. We all thought that Gojo Satoru was the only member of his clan, but in a recent interview, Gege Akutami, the author of Jujutsu Kaisen, revealed some interesting information about the Gojo family, specifically about Gojo Satoru's parents. Surprisingly enough, they're still alive. So, how powerful are they, and do we have a chance to see them in the next remaining 3 chapters? According to Gege, after Gojo's parents gave birth to Gojo Satoru, they gained a higher standing in the family. Now you might ask, if Gojo is the strongest sorcerer of his time, then how strong are his parents? Well, unfortunately, Gege states that they're not really that powerful as sorcerers, and since they add nothing, Gege confirmed that fans will never get to see them in the story. These are the most useless cursed tools in Jujutsu Kaisen. We'll start with Nanako's cell phone camera. It's a cursed tool that allows her to manipulate anything captured in its photographs, providing a form of teleportation and information gathering. However, its utility is severely limited. Another example of a cursed tool that falls short in terms of effectiveness is the hand sword, wielded by Haruta Shigemo. Although it has a unique design, functioning as both a sword and a projectile, the hand sword lacks the versatility and power of other cursed tools. Its effectiveness is largely dependent on the user's skill, and it does not offer any significant advantages against cursed spirits. But the most useless cursed tool is undoubtedly the Slaughter Demon. This short knife is used by Yuji Itadori early in the series. Unlike many other cursed tools, Slaughter Demon does not possess any unique powers or techniques. Its primary function is to allow non-sorcerers to disrupt cursed energy, but this is a basic capability shared by many weapons in the series. These are the most After 140 chapters, Nobara is finally back, and she's crazier than ever. Only half an hour after waking up, she utilized her cursed technique on Sukuna's last finger. Now you might ask, didn't Yuta use Sukuna's 20th finger to copy his cleave? Well, Yuta's initial plan was to do just that. However, when he consulted Gojo, he was informed that a single finger wouldn't be enough to analyze Sukuna's shrine and cleave. Gojo explained that consuming Sukuna's last finger carried a significant risk, as it would sever their only connection to Sukuna's soul. Therefore, the finger Yuta actually consumed was not Sukuna's, but Yuji Itadori's. Gojo's 6 eyes confirmed that Yuji had Sukuna's cursed technique engraved within his body. This meant that consuming Yuji's finger posed no risk, as they could use Sukuna's cleave without losing their connection to Sukuna's soul. On the other hand, Nobara uses her resonance technique on Sukuna's 20th finger. By doing that, she directly affects his soul, causing him damage and leaving him vulnerable to Yuji's domain expansion's sure hit effect. What are the real rules behind Yuta's copy technique? The answer to this question remained a mystery from the first appearance of the copy technique until chapter 266, but thanks to chapter 267, we can now understand all the conditions for this technique. So let's talk about it. In order for Yuta to copy other cursed techniques, Rika must eat a part of the target's body. The required body part and amount not only depend on what Yuta is trying to copy, but also on how many times he has gone through the process. The stronger the cursed technique, the more of the lethal body part Rika must consume. But even if Rika does not consume enough of the lethal body parts, Yuta can meet the conditions by using a binding vow to limit the number of times he can use the copied technique. However, all of these conditions become useless when a consumed body part regenerates, meaning if the consumed part is healed, the copied technique is lost. For Inumaki and Hana's arms, there is no cure with modern medicine or the reversed curse technique. This means did Sukuna truly lose a battle? If so, then who defeated Sukuna 1,000 years ago? This is a question that has puzzled Jujutsu Kaisen fans. The common belief is that he was beaten and sealed in 20 fingers, but the truth is far from this. You see, Sukuna was undeniably the most powerful sorcerer of his era. He was unmatched in his strength, effortlessly decimated the strongest sorcerers of his time. His overwhelming dominance led to unparalleled boredom. With no worthy opponent, his life felt like a never-ending routine. To escape this, Sukuna devised a plan. He split his soul into 20 fingers. By doing this, he essentially turned himself into a powerful, indestructible, cursed object. It was a self-imposed challenge, not a punishment. He put himself on a long nap, waiting for someone strong enough to defeat him. Therefore, contrary to popular belief, Sukuna was never defeated in battle. He voluntarily split his soul to create a new challenge for future generations of sorcerers. He conquered his era out of sheer boredom. Here are all 6 cursed techniques that Yuta copied. We will start with the beloved cursed speech technique. This technique allows Yuta to imbue his words with cursed energy, forcing the listener to obey their commands. Moving on to the clairvoyance technique. Essentially, Yuta can glimpse into the near future, allowing him to anticipate his opponent's moves with incredible precision. Next, we have the Shikigami technique. As its name suggests, this technique allows Yuta to summon a bat-like Shikigami with Rika's face that encircles Yuta's opponents, creating a confined domain domain. Within this domain, Yuta can freely attack his targets with enhanced potency. Expanding his arsenal further, Yuta also copied sky manipulation, a technique that allows the user to treat the sky as a tangible object. Moving on to Angel's powerful technique, Jacob's Ladder, this ability grants Yuta the power to nullify any curse technique, no matter how strong or complex. Finally, the last and most powerful technique that Yuta copied is shockingly Sukuna's Cleave.